Pam Bondi slipped, and in that split second she revealed far more than she ever intended. It happened during what looked like an ordinary exchange. Calm voices, polite tone. Nothing dramatic. But then Congressman Frank Mrvan pressed her on a strange internal email sent to FBI agents, and Bondi, trying to deflect and smooth over the details, suddenly blurted out the words that changed everything. "I didn't realize it went to the FBI." That one sentence cracked open the polished exterior and exposed something deeper. Accountability collided with reality, and the truth slipped out. The moment didn't come in the middle of a shouting match. Mrvan wasn't angry, wasn't theatrical. He did something far more dangerous. He stayed calm, methodical, and precise. And that's how he led Bondi straight into a confession she will likely regret. The exchange began with routine government oversight questions: funding, public safety, cybersecurity, resources for his district in Northwest Indiana. Bondi answered confidently. She knew those talking points. She sounded prepared, composed, in control. But then Mrvan smoothly shifted direction. He brought up the internal DOJ email that reportedly instructed FBI agents to send weekly updates. 5 reasons explaining what they did each week and what they were working on. It sounded like a bureaucratic progress report until you remember who we're talking about. These are FBI agents. They work national security, counterintelligence, criminal investigations, not office supply inventories. Director Patel had already testified about this email earlier. First, he said it didn't exist. Then he admitted it came from the Department of Justice. Then he said he ordered the FBI not to comply. So Mrvan asked the obvious questions. Who sent this? Why was it issued? And where did the responses go? Where were they collected? And who had access to them? Because if FBI agents responded, they could have unknowingly disclosed information of enormous sensitivity. And that's when Bondi made her mistake. She said, "I didn't realize it went to the FBI." Just think about that for a moment. The Attorney General of the United States claimed she didn't know that. A directive from her own office was sent directly to FBI agents. That isn't a small oversight. That's either an admission that she has no control over what her staff is ordering federal agents to do, or an attempt to distance herself from a decision she now realizes is indefensible. Either way, none of the explanations look good. Mrvan immediately seized the opportunity. If the message came from your office and you didn't send it, who did? Bondi's response made the situation even worse. She said it came from her entire office. No names, no chain of command, no accountability, just my office. Imagine the reaction if a Democratic Attorney General ever said that. There would be emergency hearings within hours, nonstop outrage on cable news, and every Republican in Congress demanding resignations. But now, silence. Then Mrvan asked the most important question of the entire exchange. Where is the data? The answers from agents. Where are they stored? Who saw them? How secure are they? Bondi didn't know. She couldn't say. She promised to get back to him. As if national security information accidentally falling into a bureaucratic void is just a routine paperwork question. And then came the most unbelievable part. Bondi defended the email by saying it was simply to make sure agents were sitting at their desk and working and alive. Alive. That was her explanation. As if federal counterintelligence agents need to check in like kindergarten roll call. No serious person believes that was the real reason. This moment revealed something much bigger than one embarrassing sentence. It exposed a DOJ leadership that appears disorganized, confused, and out of control. The tough-on-crime branding collapses when basic oversight questions appear. The image of strength is more marketing than management. Behind the curtain, things look sloppy and unstable. Mrvan didn't need to yell. He didn't need to perform for cameras. He simply asked real questions and let silence do the work. And Bondi's accidental admission may be the most telling moment of her entire testimony. Because when the Attorney General says, "I didn't realize it went to the FBI," what she's truly saying is, "I'm not running this operation." And that is something the country cannot afford to ignore. More of these moments are coming, and each one reveals another crack behind the political noise. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and we'll be following it closely. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps push this work out to more people who need to see what's really happening, not just the polished version.